Am I live? Hello, everyone. Your girl Tay here from Let's Talk Wilds, bringing you another Naked and Afraid review and recap. This time we have another fan challenge. This is season 17, episode 7. Put up or shut up. Before we get into that, make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow Let's Talk Wild on all podcasting platforms. Okay, make sure you guys turn on your notifications here on YouTube so you can be notified when I go live. Okay, so I don't know if this is the last episode of this season, but we'll see if they want to give us some more episodes. Okay, so this challenge is a 14-day fan challenge in Colombia where they can, you know, you already know the usual suspects: snakes, mosquitoes came in, the rain, the heat. You know how the jungle gives it up. Okay, Mother Nature just is on menopause mode all the time. Like, she don't know if she want to be happy, sad, she wants it to rain, she wants it to be hot, she wants it to be cold. Y'all already know. Okay, now, cast, let's get into it because the people were not feeling the the cast today either. Okay, but we have Malu. She's a podcaster and she's from Texas. She is a self-proclaimed armchair survivalist and has watched a bunch of the episodes. She has watched a bunch of the episodes to prepare for the challenge. She looked at all things the previous survivalists did wrong and came up with her own solutions. Okay, and she said she'll be known as the duct tape girl because she brought a huge roll of duct tape as her item. So yeah, she's starting with a PSR of a 5.7. Next up we have Kyle. He's a kid's football coach from Massachusetts. Anybody from Massachusetts out there, tell me how to say it. um, he says he'll be known as the overcomer of this challenge because he's done some things to prepare for the challenge. He walked barefoot for 6 weeks and he practiced his natural fire starting skills. He had a rough childhood, so being homeless and just having not the most easiest childhoods has mentally prepared him for the challenge. But shout out to Kyle for coming so far from that, coming from such just I couldn't imagine. So shout out to him. Okay, his PSR, he started with a 5.8 and he brought a machete and they were given a fire starter and a pot. Guys, I don't think this review and recap is not going to be long because they did not give us much to work with. So let's get into it. Day one, they had an awkward introduction, but it's moved over and they start their trek walking in some water. Malu decides to make some duct tape shoes, which was a good idea. They find some coconut trees and coconut crab burrows. Maybe they'll get some crabs later on, we'll see. They finally found a spot to set up camp. Hold up, let me bring this up because y'all don't need to y'all don't really need to see me for real. Excuse me. Okay, yes. So they finally found a spot to set up camp. They use the mesh side of the duct tape to help catch on fire to get their fire going. So that was very clever for them to do. Malu starts clearing the area and Kyle is chopping the trees and he chops the wrong one and some twig ants start biting them, so the ants is saying absolutely not. Now the ants have made a couple of cameos throughout this season. Okay, season 17, the ants was not playing with the survivalists. Okay, so yeah, now their bodies are on fire. Kyle his fingers are numb, and the area is horrible because of the ants. So they have to make a quick lean-to shelter against a huge tree with some branches and leaves. Night one, the insects are eating them up. Day two, Kyle goes out to find some resources. He finds some crabs, but they are running and hiding in their burrows. They drink some coconut water, which they love. Night two, it's raining. Day three, Kyle wants to make a firewall and roof, excuse me, guys, to help protect the fire. And Malu wants a more. What? Who is trying to stop me from talking about this episode? Hold up, guys. Let me clear my throat for a second. Pause. Somebody don't want me talking about this episode. Oh well, it's gonna get done, love. It's gonna get done regardless. Okay, but yeah, so Kyle wants to make a firewall and a roof to help protect the fire, and Malu wants a more enclosed shelter. But they decide to give the firewall and roof a go. Now Kyle was done building this firewall, right? And Malu stood there like, this is not protecting the fire. He didn't build it close to them because he, said he didn't want to, burn the bamboo, and he doesn't want to get burnt. But he's like, I can push the fire back if it rains. Excuse me, sir? What? Push the fire back? Absolutely not. I was not feeling that. And Malu was not either, okay? She was not happy, and I don't blame her. Like, she said it didn't make sense. And I was like, absolutely not. You're going to just use more energy to like move this fire when you could have just put it in the right spot where it needed to be in the first place. Like, what? That doesn't even make sense. But Kyle said, look, it's no big deal. He'll move the fire if need be. They have some words back and forth, and the tension, it was thick. Okay. Night three, it's raining. Kyle was trying to keep the fire dry, and Malu is complaining. Now, the people online on X Twitter was not feeling her, and they was tired of her talking. Okay. Now, the fire is far away. She's cold, and he's over her talking as well. And he tells her that she's complaining about something that she can't do or didn't do for herself. And he says that, if she can build a leak-proof shelter, he'll shut up. He'll shut his mouth. Day four, Kyle apologizes to her, for being rude, which I respect. Shout out to him for being a man enough to apologize to her. And he realized, that she is smaller than him, and she's from Texas and he's from Massachusetts. So he's like, whatever, like the cold is nothing. I was sweating, right? She's cold, he's sweating, different temperatures of the body depending on where you're from. Okay. So, Malu was just concerned about hypothermia, which, is understandable. Now, they decide to build a new shelter with walls and a platform beds. They named the new shelter the Coconut Castle. It was really nice. I give them credit. Night four, I'm not sure what night this is, but a storm has rolled in and the temperature has dropped. Kyle tries bringing the fire inside their main shelter, but the wind knocks over the firewall and the fire goes out. A mess. Day eight, Kyle decides to build the firewall roof attached, to their shelter. And he takes some bamboo and he weaves it and he makes some walls. And yeah, they, have a better. Wait, hold up. The Okay. I had to make sure I was on the right part. But yeah, he makes a better wall and he attaches the fire to their shelter like he should have did in the first place. Like, you're just using all of this energy. I'm gonna push the fire if it rains. Why not just put the fire closer to you guys and just keep an eye on it? I know, some survivalists, their shelters catch on fire and stuff like that. But you have to keep a good eye on it. I rather, you know it almost catch on fire and we able hopefully to try to put it out than just the fire just going out completely, because and then we're cold. It just was a mess. But he makes a new firewall, is attached, it's fine. Now we finna wrap this up, y'all, because they jumped, because yeah, they were not given too much in this episode and the fans are not happy about that, but we'll get into that in a second. Okay. Day 9, they had a good sleep. They've been eating coconuts and drinking coconut water, but they want some protein. Kyle used some coconuts to lure a crab from its burrow, and he got it with his stick spear. And Malu found a crab and waxed it with a stick. So they had a good old naked and afraid crab and coconut boil, okay? Day 13, they start building a bamboo raft because they have to use it for their extraction. They have some issues because they're trying to figure out how much bamboo they need to use that will hold their weight up in the water. 4 hours in, honey, 4 hours building this raft, and they finally, have it. They're gonna put it in the water, give it a go, and Kyle sat on it, and it sunk. With Malu, though, it was fine. So Kyle decided, listen, I'll just swim alongside it, and when I need to take a break, I'll hold on to it. Day 14, extraction day. They take a 3-mile trek down a river that leads to their extraction site in the Atlantic Ocean. Malu has a cute duct tape bikini for the journey. It was really cute. Kyle has to be careful with the stingrays and caimans in the water. So it was a lot going on. He couldn't feel what was on the bottom of his feet. That was scary. That was scary. More power to him. But they finally make it to their extraction site, and they are picked up on some guys on some four-wheelers or whatever those things are called. Yeah, I call them four-wheelers, okay? But yes, PSR updates, and I'm gonna give my final thoughts and some thoughts from the fans that were online watching and sharing their thoughts on the episode. So Malu lost 15 pounds, and her PSR went from a 5.7 to a 6.6. Kyle lost 30 pounds, and his PSR went from a 5.8 to a 6.9. Okay, final thoughts. The fans were not happy. Period. They weren't happy about this episode. They didn't care for Malu and her opinions. They didn't like how they, didn't really show anything, and they jumped days pretty quickly. They thought the episode was lackluster and boring. And then shout out to Dean. Dean, one of the people with, that one of the fans, okay? The Naked and Afraid fans that be, over there tweeting on X. I don't know. I keep saying it's not Twitter no more, so we're not tweeting, we're Xing. I don't know. But, he said maybe they didn't give production enough to make a more interesting episode. So maybe they did not, give the production enough to work with. So that's why maybe the episode was more lackluster. I just feel like episode 1 set the tone for what we expected from the survivalists, and episode 1, it was great. And then I just feel like throughout the rest of the season it just dwindled and fizzled and fizzled and fizzled. So yeah, season 17 was not that girl. season, season 17 just was not it. It's been better seasons, however, shout out to all of the survivalists that took on the challenge, the ones that did not make it, and for those that did make it, it's still, I still give credit when credit is due. Being out there, even attempting the challenge, it's a great thing, especially for me because I watch it because I'm a fan. Give me entertainment. Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained? No, we are not. Not with these last couple episodes. Sorry. But yeah, first episode was my favorite episode of the season. I don't know if this was the last episode, like I said, but yeah, we got straight to it. So yeah, if they give us some more episodes, I will be here every Sunday after the episode airs to talk about it. So make sure you guys subscribe to Let's Talk Wild here on YouTube and on all podcasting platforms. You can shout out. Yeah, give your girl a shout out. You could do that too. But you guys could check out the podcast on all podcasting platforms if you want to, get into animals and pop culture. Check out my YouTube shorts for celebrity animal interactions and celebrity pets. And I also do the Let's Talk Wild live podcast where I discuss different animal and wildlife news, topics, and research. So I've been going live here on YouTube a lot lately. I probably will be going live tomorrow. I got to find something, whatever I want to talk about. It's just so many things going on in the animal kingdom. It's like I could, choose from so many different things to talk about. And I love that for me. But make sure you guys subscribe. I hit 2K subscribers. So shout out to me and shout out to y'all. Woo woo. Yes. Now, y'all already know. Love yourself, one another, your pets, and animals. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.